Greetings, one and all. How are we all doing today? It's
Late for the
time.
party.
Yeah. For the first time in a good long while, we're popping back into Space Engineers. But this time, with the rest, a good chunk of the
Oh,
usual crew.
sweet nostalgia.
Ah, sweet nostalgia. Ba da
I'm
da.
facing up a boss I haven't fought against since the PlayStation 3 days.
Oh boy, that is. It's been
Is it a
80.
Bloodborne boss?
It's been
No,
84
it's the Duke's dear
years.
Freya, a giant spider.
Were you going to join us, Alt?
Yeah, he
But the
will.
thing is, I completely forgot there was a live stream tonight, and therefore, I'm partially paying the price, at least until I either fail or succeed in this mission.
He will be joining us at some point. I can say that. All right, all the notifications are up that we have gone live, and as you can see, for those who recognize, is Space Engineers. Makes this more fun as it involves two factors that are brand new. One, radiation. Two, food. So in other words, things get a little more interesting. Oh look, there's a wolf right there. Yeah. In this, you definitely want to have wolves and spiders turned on when you're dealing with this level of survival. Why? Straightforward and simple. Food. Yeah, I'm probably here. There's probably going to be a bunch of Vietnamese who are going to be like, "Oh yeah, good dog, good dog." All right, yeah. Here I've got a nice little small setup all set up for survival. Well, at least first to get started with. Because food factor is a considerable thing. And waiting for Lucario and later on Cuauhtemoc to join. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, both of them have invites. So I better get started on a little bit of an alternate version of the phrase manual breathing. I cast manual labor. Then I start digging up some more ice down underneath the survival rig, as we can call it. Yeah. Ever since this new update with food being involved, ice has an additional purpose, otherwise known as making it so you can actually have water irrigation for your farms, which we currently have two different types. One that requires manual tending and one that is automated. But the drawback with the automated, self-automated, is, well, unfortunately, it requires sunlight. Anyway,
Unless you're able to create a UV radiation device.
You don't get irradiated on Earth-like, but if you're on the moon,
you will face the unfortunate radiation, which is why be careful when which side of well, make sure you're on the dark side of any object that you're currently on, or have plenty of shade. Oh yeah, and also be careful of nuclear reactors. Those things are hazardous. Now.
Oh, did you test it? I learned that it's only damaged ones.
Oh, okay, that makes better sense. Ruptured. Makes better sense than why.
But it would still be best to be cautious around a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, luckily we got a ways to go before we actually have access to those. Especially in the context of having them fueled. Because we are omnipotent on the planet. And the thing about Earth, or the Earth-like planet, is there is no uranium. You have to go up into the asteroids.
No uranium anymore.
Yeah.
One thing I might get started on immediately is a help fund.
Alright. Let's see.
This way I can get our food up and running and also work on our power situation.
Yep, hang on. There we go. Turned on the show all players. Oh, no. I just remembered. Faction. Gotta create faction for our group.
Oh geez.
Hang on.
Very bumpy terrain.
Trust me, bumpy terrain indeed.
Very well, Grim.
Yep.
I'm going Tokyo Drifter.
Yeah. Fast and Furious! Kick! Kick! Fast and Furious! Alright, looking for a good symbol for our
You
alliance.
don't have turrets up, do you?
They are not set for targeting people. I will put it like that.
How about grids?
They have only one target.
What's the target?
Well, the ones that are turned on, they only have the target for meteors.
And you're 100% sure about that?
Well, good news for you. I have the faction set up and ready to go. So, go ahead and join. Oh, yeah, I need it.
Don't forget to accept everyone.
Yep. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
I will be Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Boah.
Yep.
I also need to be careful with my movement.
Yeah.
Night.
And looks like you're... Yeah, also be careful of the military barracks. That's about almost 4 clicks away from here.
At the other end of the ice lake, there's some magnesium.
Market. This is the only thing I found over here, is apart from the ice, is silicon.
If you want, I could actually go get set up over there, and then whenever I get a flyer going, I can just run your materials back and forth.
Sounds like a plan. And looks like the crops are coming along pretty well. Till Cuauhtemoc's able to join, I will begin the process.
Yeah, based upon the time frame, probably about a half hour.
Understood.
Apologies for the delay. Just make your, if you want, just almost like get your house ready in order.
Understood. Alright, getting to work on harvesting up the crops of, let's see, the mushrooms were pretty good. Let's see, fruit, we're at a 51.75 growth rate. Checking grain. Okay, grain's ready to harvest, so that's good. And the algae farms are currently stunted because it's nighttime. Yep, that's the fun thing about it. algae farms, even though they're all you gotta worry about. The only two things you gotta worry about with those algae farms is straightforward and simple. Number one, oh, hello, Gregorius, how's it going? Like I was saying, the only thing you gotta worry about with algae farms is make sure they've got water and sunlight.
Not necessarily in that order.
Sunlight, water to keep them flowing, yeah,
Actually, no, they don't need water.
fair enough. They do need sunlight. Without the sunlight, they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. How many of these plots do I have here? I forgot how many I put. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh, I came
8.
down over here. That's right.
Okay, there's 10 plots. So I need to have 10. Well, I gotta create 10 wheat seed and 10 mushroom spores.
I completely lost track of where I came in from.
You are currently on the southwest from where, in relativity to the home base.
I know, but where I came down at was some magnesium under the ice.
True. It's always the tricky thing. One thing that's great about being on Ice Lake is the simple fact.
We don't need to worry about ice, but traction is a bitch.
True. That I will not argue. Traction is difficult on ice. But, upside, you don't have to worry about running out of hydrogen fuel or water resource. And, for everyone's knowledge, who hasn't played this game, every lake on the Earth planet is ice. Well, technically, the only form that water takes is ice in this game. The only time it's actually full-on water is when it's being used for the farming. And realistically, if there's no water in these little farm plots, the plants will wilt and die.
There it is.
There we go. I need magnesium to arm up. Right now I've got a little trick for hunting, for trapping wolves for meat. Yeah, it's right now. And it's attached to the base too. Be like, lead it. It's a little trick I came up
Okay.
with. Lead the wolves up to a certain spot, activate an interior turret, and harvest. Alright. That'll be fun when we get the opportunity for Roach to be able to join us. I'm gonna be honest, that planet there in the sky on the west side, that does not look like Mars to me. Has some similarity, but it's got blue on it. And the ice on Mars is not blue.
Let me tell you something, Batman.
Okay, Joker.
The ice on Mars is pink.
Pink.
You cannot irrefute this fact because you had not seen it yourself. Gotcha.
No reason. Main reason why I'm digging down in this contained area, well, for reason number one, those windows keep me safe from the wolves. It allows me to just harvest up the ice peacefully as I try and make my way down towards stone, where I can start getting that resource. getting this far into the lake is probably going to be a bit of a descent. And yes, it is very blue. Because if you think about it, all that compacted, pressurized water when it freezes on the bottom of an iceberg is blue. Okay, you can get ice from snow, but it is not recommended. Because given the choice between an ice lake and a pile of snow, you get a lot more in the ice lake, more concentrated. Oh. Hi, doggo. Okay, I think I'm deep enough down. I can possibly start angling. Or make a slope as opposed to straight down. As far as I've seen, there's no such thing as lava in non-modded Space Engineers.
Inventory full.
I say non-modded because it exists. If the concept exists, people will make a mod for it. That is very truth. Now, the very nice contained kind of environment to mine in, you at least get to get the wolves out. Making it nice and peaceful as we make our way down. Alright. Eventually we'll be able to be at the point where we can start making some hydrogen tanks where we can actually store up some processed hydrogen. When we get to that point, it'll be really useful. Especially for when we actually start making mining craft. As much, you know, a mining craft that's powered by, well,
A Minecraft, you say? I thought Notch and Jeb already developed that.
yeah. When it comes to making a aircraft that can mine, it'll be so. I'll put it like this: it'll make the process of digging a whole lot easier, a lot quicker, able to have more cargo space, plus the so delightful territory of the wolves will leave you the F alone, allowing you to actually work on the mining.
I don't know, they're leaving me alone right now.
Fascinating.
And again, all I'm doing is underground mining.
Hmm. Fair enough. Yeah.
Trying to get enough component stuff so that way I don't have to worry about mining stone for a hot second.
Yeah.
Inventory
And
full.
when it comes to mining stone, that is the starting method of gathering resources, because you can get 3 different types from there. From stone, you can get gravel. Actually, that's the only place you can get gravel. Iron, silicon, and nickel. Now,
You don't really need to worry about gravel right now. We don't have the ability to make reactor components.
I know. Still stockpile it for when we do.
Inventory full.
But the great use of those is you're actually able to... But... What was I trying to say? Yeah. With stone, you can get a whole lot, and eventually, some people like to have a little means to filter out stone. So they'd be like, "Oh, this is too much. We can't get enough good resource from it." It's like, kick out the gravel. I can understand, but stone is still useful. Not as useful as the geodes, in my view, but still useful.
Now, for those of you watching, whenever it comes down to it, you will notice a difference between Red's piloting and my piloting. I am using a keyboard and mouse.
Inventory full.
Yep. Me, I just enjoy my Xbox controller. Alright. And I have the hunger meter at smallest active level. So that means we can actually go about lasting longer before we're starving.
I think that'll be enough stone for now. If I need more, I can always come back and get some.
Yeah.
Once I make myself a new rover vehicle.
Yeah. Real nice that they gave us rovers for initial survival pods nowadays.
The only one that used to have it was,
Moon and Mars.
no, it was Moon.
And then you had the space pod.
You turned off lightning. Oh wait, lightning damage is off by default. That's right.
Yeah.
Inventory full.
Yeah. I'll admit we still do have to deal with asteroids. But not as much. Okay. Working on transferring some ice over so there's more room. Things to take some of this ice.
Production. Go.
A whole bunch of it.
Go. First. Production will do 20 of those. And then we'll go 6.
Okay. Yeah. So quick and easy to build up ice, and then you're like, you don't got more room for it. There we go, and just work that a little better. Okay. And it's raining. Which means we're going to get plenty of electrical juice. At least it's not hail, where we could actually take an ice chunk to the head. Trust me, that's not fun. Even in armor. Well, spacesuits for most people. I got the assault spacesuit.
There we go. Set that up on second hot bar.
Wait, let's see. How much deeper we need to go before we get to the stone? And yeah, I've got means to actually climb out of the hole. Yep, and right now we just have a survival kit for both the refining, health stabilization, and production. Why? Well, that way we could show alt. I gotta see about how far down I gotta make this hole. I think we're good on ice for now. How far I gotta make this hole go down before we get to stone?
Oh wait, I should probably grab.
Yeah, let's make a decent mine until we can get actual mining craft.
That's.
There we go. There's the stone. Yes. Oh wait,
Okay, so B.
wasn't that Alt's reaction when we decided to do Dark Souls for the stream?
I think so.
Yeah. It so totally was. Yeah. And like logic dictates, faster the wind turbines are turning, the more electricity you're generating. Let's see.
Production. Let's produce.
Inventory full.
Yeah. Oh, and the power drill has two settings specifically. One is the mining mode, where you actually mine the chunks of resource that you're digging, or at least breaking them off so you can mine them. And then there's the demolition mode, which I used there to cut through a bit of the ice to get down to the stone. It pretty much does. You don't get to collect any of that which you break off. You just are meaning to get through to where you can get to the resource. Both hand drills and
Let's see.
vehicle-mounted drills do that,
Pull that up.
which is quite useful. Especially on asteroids, where it's like,
Inventory
we got a whole lot of dirt to, no, sorry, a bunch of stone to cut through before we get to the resource we're after. Alright. Like I said, this far down into the earth, we are nice and protected from wolves.
Inventory full.
Alright. Yeah, don't worry. There's a way to get from the ground on the outside up into the upper level without having to use the jump pack. And it's closed off by a nice door keeping the dogs out. Alright. Let's see. More stone. Yeah, that is the fancier This right here is the fancier version of the H2O2 generator. The one that actually looks like it's doing the generating of oxygen and hydrogen. Which, my own personal observation, I find it interesting that,
Yes, got him.
nice. Like I was going to say, I still find it interesting how you can make more, no, make hydrogen faster and you can't, well, sorry, make oxygen faster than you can hydrogen when there's 2 hydrogen atoms to a water molecule. Someone want to explain that to me?
Actually, you want to know a fun fact?
Always.
Inventory.
In Space Engineers, if you make two hydrogen tanks and 1 oxygen, they'll fill at the same rate.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was right. It was a half hour. Okay. Launching myself into the aforementioned game.
Yep.
Space Legos, here I come.
Yeah.
These not space Legos.
I'm a non-player. I'm allowed to give it a special designation.
Actually, I'm gonna change you.
Inventory full.
So I agree with Mozart. No, wait. Johann Sebastian Bach.
Huh?
The opening cutscene for the game. Toccata and Fugue at D minor. Sure to invite me?
Hurry up.
Do that.
There we go. Alright. Now when you get into the screen, it'll give you the option of where you're going to spawn. Initially...
Not yet. I'm seeing Christmas decorations. Not yet.
So yeah, when you get to the screen where it tells you which, alright, good, alright. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Alright, you have the following options for places to spawn. No pod, just suit, Earth-like, Moon, Mars, Space pod, or the survival kit that is on the base. I would recommend either the Earth-like or the survival kit.
Oh, Flo, I'm hungry, apparently.
Oh, there you are. Alright. Welcome to home base. Alright, use Y to work the jump pack. Alright. And keep an eye on your H2 meter. That'll be what fuels you. Alright, that's the farm. That... Oh, looks like it's coming along pretty good. Yeah, when you click X and look at the plant management, it'll show you it'll show you the current crop type, how fast it grows, its growth progress, its health, water level, current water usage. And it'll also give you the options to be able to harvest up when they're ready.
So just harvest away then.
Yeah, start harvesting up the mushrooms because they're ready to go. And then I'll show you where to take them so that you can start turning them into spores so they can be replanted. we'll start with the mushrooms since they're the fast growth. Okay, right here's the food processor. You see this little rectangle that looks like it's a door?
Mm-hmm.
Click X on it, and it will bring up the
Toggle
control panel.
block.
Yeah. Click on that little thing, it'll put you the control panel. It'll highlight when your cursor's over it. And then you go over to right trigger to the production, and then when you look at blueprints, you click on the one that's leaves, and that'll be where you can turn them into the plantable substance that you need. Oops, sorry.
Right now, this guy's got an appetite.
Yeah, true. When he's at 100% full, he's in good shape. And I've got it at the lowest active progression for hunger. So, yeah. But yeah, when you create those spores, then you can go on
Energy critical.
energy critical already.
It's coming to arrive in here, and so I have.
All
But
right,
apparently,
Oh.
my character is
Over
already
here.
weakened.
all right. Press X on that. It will fuel you. It'll heal you, fuel up your oxygen, H2O, and your battery.
Meanwhile, I'm over here roughing it with the
Camper.
best of them.
All right.
Then again, I did say I was going to be the supplier for our magnesium.
Yeah. All right. Now, once you have the those spores made up, you go into the inventory. All right. So yeah, click on that yellow, that rectangle. It's in the shape of, it's got a yellow trim to it.
What?
Okay.
I'm looking at the options ahead, and your instructions are not exactly helping much.
Okay.
You say press X, toggle on and off. That's what I've done. I press A, activate search bar.
Okay. Once you've got activated, okay, get over to food production. Put your cursor over to the double leaves in the blueprint section. And then you go
Meal pack, fruit bar, fruit pastry.
to
And I got none of
click
those
on the
things, I
other
think.
one. You're currently under the food items. Click on the blueprints that are the leaves. The symbol is leaves. Alright. Now, we need 10 spores in order to plant one in each of those plots. Since it's pretty much 10 mushroom, 10 wheat, and 10 fruit that I've set up over there. Once you have them produced, you go over to, left trigger over to inventory, and then you start picking up the mushroom spores.
I'm going to be coming over to borrow some materials real quick.
There's a small bit of materials right now.
Maybe disassemble down
And
below
this guy's
functional.
and this guy's still got an appetite.
What's it showing at?
Your hunger bar slowly
17.
fills over time when you
Ooh,
eat something.
okay. 17 is what it's currently at? Okay. To produce yourself some food, you do the same thing like you did to create the spores, except you go have it be the knife and fork icon that's highlighted, and then it'll show you the options. The fruit pastry, the fruit meal pack, kelp.
I'd recommend the kelp crisps because they're easier to produce.
Yeah, plus we got a good number of algae for it. Like we got 92 algae built up right now. So, yeah, from what I've seen of the 3 crops we have that we manually replant, the fruit is the longest cooking. Also, the longest to grow. I'm going to have a little fun with getting some meat. First, I need to... Oh, hi. Hi, doggo. Alright.
You should see a light coming towards you up on the lake.
There we go.
I'm still trying to figure out how to eat.
Okay, when you go to your inventory, you go and highlight the food, you can highlight the items, the food, and then it'll give you, alright, so highlight your cursor over the food item that you have in your inventory, and hit Y to consume. Make sense?
I'm seeing it regen somewhat.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time after eating each bit of food. And I just managed to get us some dog meat. Not bad. And up here, if you look over here at these little interior turrets, they are set for defense against what would be best described as meteor storm.
Too
Okay.
close together. I mean, if there's a pirate force, they might see, oh, look, an X.
Yeah, they're just set to shoot down meteorites. If a meteor storm comes in, there are defense against those things.
Okay, light bulbs. How do I activate?
Alright. Press right bumper and then right on the D-pad. And it'll activate your personal flashlight. Right bumper
And
then right on
that
the
appears to
D-pad.
be empty.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So, alright, and what we're standing on right now, Alt, is what I've made for lodging for us. Nice little mix of both, hey, Lucario.
Hello.
A mix of both lounge, bed area, little meal zone, and, yeah, a little broadcast station to send out messages over long distances if need be. Using the...
Where did you
antenna.
stick the assembler?
It's currently the survival kit right now. Since we're
So you haven't made a basic assembler yet.
no. Since we're just starting out, I wanted to make it nice and simple for Alt. That survival kit that you use to regen your suit, it...
Okay, why is there a dog in outer space that can't...
What?
We're in spacesuits. There's a dog apparently breathing in outer space.
There's an Earth-like planet, and... Yeah, bring that dog over this way. We can get some meat out of it.
Desperation, methinks.
It's one of the items that can be done with that. But yeah, those
And
things...
apparently it can't climb.
Yeah.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Yeah, there's only so much you can climb over. But yeah. They will swarm over this interior turret, will pop them. I've got it set for minimum range so that it's literally right underneath when it pops them. And then we can harvest up the meat. If you want real desperate, on the alien planets we can actually get spider meat.
Apparently it's reminiscent of sushi.
Well, here comes a dog now. Alt. Bring it back over this way. Oh. So there's another dog over here too.
A dead one for the looks of it.
There's a second one there. And he's going running. Look, I've got turrets set up to go and pop those things if they get within range. It's a nice little trap. Allows you to save your ammo for later. But yeah. Roach talked about one time having a wolf spawn on his ship one time accidentally. Come on, come on. Come on, doggo. Aw.
It can't hop on down. You should know this.
Okay. That pretty much
Space
translates.
Legos are apparently too limiting.
So that translates to. It's like, I can't run. Power drill. Oh, grinder. Yay. Some more meat.
Sorry, doggo.
Yeah. Don't worry. Back in the day, the only thing you get out of the wolves was literally
components.
randomly components. But now they actually have better use.
Okay.
So yeah. Survival kit, like I said earlier, allows you to regen yourself, heal you, fill up your oxygen, hydrogen, and electricity. When you have the suppliers for those, like ice for oxygen, hydrogen, the electricity for the power, and for health. But also, survival kit is this basic stage thing you need for a what's it called? For production. Pretty much refining and creating components before you have a basic assembler and basic refinery in place. There's been a whole lot of details to go into on this, but
What exactly have I got myself into?
well, you did agree. Well, you agreed to be the farmer, and it looks like. Here, let's see.
You're misleading. You said chef.
Well, you farm so you can make the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, with those, now when you have the mushroom spores, you can go back over these empty plots and plant the spores. No, like I said, the mushrooms are the closest of the fastest of the three grains that we can manually put in to grow. And that's not a joke, they are the fastest.
There you go.
Great. But we found wolves, killed them, processed them, cooked the meat. We're Chinese now.
No, we're Vietnamese.
I sent you where I'm setting up my base at for the magnesium.
Understood. I've got the coordinates marking it into the HUD. There we go. Nice little trick. And he sent that over global chat, which when you click the one button that looks like two boxes that used to be select on a 360 controller, and then you go right and move out the tab, highlight the tab saying GPS and comms. You go to comms and you see all the messages are texted over, including GPS coordinates. And in GPS, you can go and be like, okay, we got all these different GPS coordinates, and typically when they're sent over the comms, like what Lucario did, they're going to be inactive. You want to go and make them. You can go and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, highlight it, click on it, and then go down to where it says show on HUD, and that will allow you to actually see where that spot is.
This is more confusing than the Star Trek game last night.
Yeah, at least, like, the thing I wish about Star Trek would be simple. At least with Star Trek, you can actually have a map. The GPSs are literally the closest thing you get to a map. Alright, I'm going to start producing some ingots, which is the means to actually go and create, do the mining. Not the mining, the refining. So we can make a basic refinery, and then once you have even a basic refinery, the refining process is automatic for at least the ores. Food processor takes care of the food making. Oh, look! You see that over there? That's
Sunlight.
yeah, that's the east. Yep. And there's a way of telling what time it is at night if you get to be in view of a planetoid, which if you look up that way, you actually get to see a planet. And you can use that as a way of telling what time of day it is because, or at least what time of night it is because of what position of the sun is shining on it. Alright, want to start going about planting the mushrooms, well, the mushroom spores, that way we can get the next crop going. Let's see about what we need in place so we can start building our basic refinery. That way we can get the stones to automatically process. And also magnesium when Lucario brings it over, if he doesn't automatically refine it over there. Yeah,
I'll probably automatically refine it.
understood. Yeah, the good thing about the... Yeah. When we get up to full-on refinery, those are the ones that can process through all the stuff pretty quickly. At least all compared to what the...
Now, there are things that the basic refinery won't refine. Silver, gold, platinum, and uranium are all the ones that it will not
Yep.
refine.
So we need to... So we'd have to go mine up cobalt and get some metal grids in order to construct these big old beasties. And, yeah, it's a bit of fun. Let's see, what do we need to build? Since the build planner is not working for the assembler. No, sorry, for the survival kit. Let's see, basic, I need... $120 steel plates. Let's see, 20 construction components. Let's see, doing this the hard way. 10 motors. And then 10 computers. Once we have that, we're able to go about assembling our refinery. And yeah, you can choose what color your blocks are going to end up being. I went for a rust color just because, well, setting up on a good old rusty post in the middle of an ice lake. Okay. We need to get some more stones.
Apparently, we need some algae to continue the seed replacement for the fruit.
Hang on, checking here. Fruit requires... the fruit has...
I need 1,400
Okay.
iron.
I guess the... Alright. Replant what fruit you're able to. So no. Usually jump back when you get stuck in spots like that.
Ultra realism.
Alright. Pick up some more stone so we can try and get our refinery up and going.
Inventory full.
Once that thing's active, should be able to process automatically upon dumping the resources in. Be very useful. As opposed to manually going in and be like, find these things. Interesting. Survival kit, what's your deal here? I see. Well, this is the old-fashioned way. Put up for an insane number of stone ingots to make, since we got still about 10k liters of stone still unrefined.
Inventory full.
And then there we go. Alright, let's see. Takes a little bit to get used to this kind of a game. You know, when I first learned how to play it back during the whole lockdown 5 years ago, I'd been...
Inventory full.
That was quite a bit of fun. That one person taught me how to build stuff to make it work in creative. And then me and Roach's friend me and Roach and Lucario's friend Big Sarge went and taught us how to, went and taught me more or less how to actually make things in a better for survival format. Oh. Pile of doggos. Yay! See, how much meat did we get? Oh, 7 pieces of meat. Not bad. Now, another great thing with the power drill alt is you're actually able, it has a small range ore detector, which it's able to detect where any nearby resources are. And rather useful. It's production. Still have those to go. Thoughts so far?
I think I'm just gonna stand here and watch the sunrise.
Well, it is a beautiful sight in this game.
Hey, I can see my base off in the distance.
Nice.
Inventory full.
Alright, let's see. Now, another thing that'll be great when the sun starts shining on the base is our solar panels start generating some electricity.
And your algae farms will start generating algae.
And just one day we managed to get up, I calculate about 90 algae collected, so not terrible.
Inventory full.
Or if you're a nerd like me, you can set up something that can track the sun and it'll get you a hell of a lot more.
Which will be more than happy to explain how to do that. Trust me, that's a nice little method where it's like, hey, this solar panel array will track the sun.
Inventory full.
Which can also now be done with algae farms.
Wow, cool. So far, third person, we're on Earth, in a frozen-like environment, and I got no idea why these spacesuits will work in a gravity-like environment here.
Plot hole.
I guess thrust to body ratio is just more.
As well as a whole new field of science.
Yep.
I think the lore behind these suits is they're using thrusters they use on like NASA shuttlecraft to keep them out of the gravity well of a planet.
Go, got the components I need. Now, you come over here, Alt. I just deployed the scaffolding frame for a basic refinery. From here, I take out my welder and I start welding it. There are many different tiers of equipment, and we've got the basics right now. Eventually, we get welded up, and this automatically starts processing the resources it's capable of.
This is Orc Warhammer kind of belief.
Did you say Orc Warhammer? Dude, don't get me started on the Orc mod where you actually can deal with NPC enemies who are orcs, and their ships are based off of them. Trust me, I saw that they even have Reavers from Firefly. And trust me, even with a safety safety shield up, that's not gonna be very helpful. I am not joking on that.
Ouch. I bounced against the ground a little too hard.
Oof, that's not fun. Alright, looks like the mushrooms and the wheat are ready for harvesting. Awesome. That's it, the mushrooms are quick. Yeah. Fruit, that is the delicate kind of stuff. I'll just go ahead.
I was sitting there healing myself and the dog comes and munches on my butt.
Oh my. Sorry. I had a little more room there. Let's see. Remove that since we no longer need that in place. AKA the survival kit building this stuff. Move the components, I'll say the resources over, and then I will see what we need to do.
Oh no.
What?
What?
I decided to scroll some TikTok while I'm watching a sunrise, and apparently your favorite trio of comedians are at it again. What is something you can scream at the gym, but not in the bedroom? Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Man, this one's heavy. Oh, I need a break. Mom, get a towel, get a towel. Oh my God. Up, up, up. Down, down, down. That's my workout for the day. Under 5 minutes, too.
Alright, beginning working on making the basic assembler.
Actually, even better. Since I've
Yeah,
done my
behind
labors, I'll
over
just
there.
nestle on the couch here.
Okay. Let's see, what else do we need on there? Motors.
Motor man.
Now that those are in the production line, I'm going to go down and start digging up some more stone. So we can try and fuel our production to get the assembler put together. And then there will be a lot simpler for making things. So we can actually use blueprints and be like, hey, I save this blueprint on my builder plan. I put my builder plan onto the assembler. Start building.
Inventory full.
Yep. Ugh. Just look at that sunrise. That is beautiful. That really is beautiful.
Alright.
Inventory full.
I'll be happy when I can start making the better stuff for digging deep into this ground.
Also, check your Discord, Lucario.
I did. Did you enjoy the look at Sephirothmon?
Sephirothmon? Oh jeez. They made it. They made a Digimon for Sephiroth? Are you kidding me right now?
No, you know what a biblically accurate angel is described as, right?
Yes.
It looks a little like that. It's a bunch of eyes connected on a stalk. Oh, that's so much better. Ah,
What'd you do?
I made a refinery on my base.
Basic?
Yeah.
If you'd reached a full-on refinery before me, I'd have been like, what the heck?
Well, in all honesty, I probably could.
Well, you found,
A little friggin' mole.
well, you found some
Inventory full.
I have a lot of silicon. I got magnesium.
cobalt.
Not quite yet.
Yeah.
I'm about to replace my survival kit with a cargo container.
Nice.
So I can put it on the base here.
Yeah, pretty much the moment you lose your medical bay or your survival kits, you don't have a respawn point. Cuauhtemoc.
I'm Cal Truzer.
Production.
Also, as the survival kit is both
Inventory
refuel,
full.
refuel, respawn, and building, basic building and refining. The medical bay goes and trades the building and refining with. You're able to customize how your engineer looks if you got the particular armor DLCs, which they're included in multiple packs. It's not just, oh, you spend money for getting the DLC for this armor. No, it's included in a multi-pack. A few bucks if you get them each separately. And I'll just put it like this. I like the weapon packs mostly, where you get the multiple different types of small arms. I find it funny I include rocket launcher in the small arms. There's also one DLC where you actually get different turret types, like assault turrets, artillery turrets, rail cannons, artillery cannons. Such fun. But vanilla without DLCs, you just have missile launcher and Gatling turret. And starting out on a planet, you do not have access to the resource you need for missiles. Because for some reason, when they made this game, they decided to make it where you have to have access to, pretty much use every resource in the game to create rockets. And I'm like, really? You need uranium for basic rockets? What the heck? Does someone want to explain this to me?
Game logic.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Inventory full.
Okay, let's clear you out. That warfare battery selected. Middle mouse to put in production.
Yep.
I need more iron. If you're able to get some iron, like you have the iron near you, please run them over.
I've got the iron that I'm getting from stone.
I need about 800
Inventory full.
and 97.
Iron.
You're deep in the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I recall where everything sits.
That.
Okay, there's all the stuff we need for the assembler. Basic assembler.
Yeah, there you are.
There we go. Frame for the basic assembler. one block. Yeah, it pours all the components you have on your person that you can put into it, and then you just take the time to weld it up. And if you notice these little yellow squares on the side of some of these blocks, that is the connector and method of accessing the inventory on any block. Yeah, so that's where you'd want to plug your conveyors into, which allows you to set up a conveyor network where you could have components a good several meters away in cargo containers, and they just go through these conveyors to where they need to go.
Bill's scrolling through TikTok, and apparently a Scotsman with a kilt is giving a tour. If you look up here, two women, hey, what's one under the kilt? Ugh. And he basically does a shaky hip dance as he makes a rather obvious point. The point I'm trying to drive at is the comment section. They're lively. If you look for the man with the longest kilt, oh, you quick with it. Another one, hey, what's under the kilt? Me. Every shade of your mother's lipstick. And someone goes, why did I read that in Sean Connery's voice?
Nice. Probably thinking like Saturday Night Live Celebrity Jeopardy, probably. I'll go for every shade of your mother's lipstick for 500. Alright, let's see here. Said mushrooms and wheat look great for harvesting.
We need more kelp to get the rest of that harvest in.
Yeah, it seems like fruit's going to be a pain in the butt. Might end up having to rely mostly on meat, mushrooms, algae, and wheat, mushrooms, meat, and algae. Seems like it's going to end up being that way. Luckily, we're finding getting the stuff for the wheat and the mushrooms is simple. Apparently, the fruit wants to be a prick. Alright. Let's see, we got... How many iron ingots did you say you needed?
I needed 900.
I don't even have a tenth of that. You know what? Alright, Alright, Cuauhtemoc, you work on worrying about the harvesting up.
Well, I need to figure out how to produce that kelp thing first.
Okay, where is it saying you need kelp to create the...
Production.
Okay, I look into production, and I am...
For the harvesting, I'm trying to produce fruit seeds.
Yeah, fruit seeds, it's just saying you need one fruit. Yeah, same with mushrooms and grain, and if we ever find vegetables, just one thing of it. to refine into that. Yeah, it's not saying anything about needing the algae for the for turning it into harvestable stuff.
What you get, dog?
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna set things up in my rover and see about trying to go and hunt down any deposits on this lake that could be of use. Let's see. That's right. Batteries up on the list. And it's fully charged, practically fully charged, so. There we go. Alright, checking to make sure I've got. Yep, I've got an ore detector set at 50-meter range maximum.
Yeah, I'm sitting on magnesium and silicon over here.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna start driving around trying to see if I can find anything of use out here. Yeah, I added a connector on top of my rover, that way I can actually plug in and charge up easily. Luckily I've got my base set to where you could plug one on top of your vehicle there, Lucario, and you'd be able to charge it up. Gas station! Alright. And rule number 1 with vehicles, you do not want to be driving ridiculously fast and trying to do a turn. But then again, that's any vehicle. The thing that's useful with these vehicles is they actually have a little thing called a gyro, where pretty much Cuauhtemoc, if you have a gyro in a vehicle, when they're in space or in the air, they're able to actually roll and do a proper turn. Without, a vehicle in the air can only go, if they have the thrusters, can only go left, right, back, forth, pretty much moving on the X and Y axis without ability to turn. Oh yeah, and able to go on the Z axis as well, up and down. But they're not able to turn. It's great thing with having a vehicle with a gyro on it. If you end up doing it flying in the air for some reason, you can actually use the controls to roll and make sure that you land on your tires. There's a whole lot of unloading, but you know, always important information. For anything of use around this lake. Doesn't help that it's only a 50-meter scan radius. It looks like we're getting a bit of a cloudy. Yep. Rain is here. Okay. Weird. Not spotting any resources apart from ice. Man, there's a pretty barren lake. Most of the time, lakes end up having a bunch of resources under it. That was almost a roll. Yeah, if I can think of a method to charge these things up easier, I'd go and build a better vehicle. I remember one time on one server I played on years back, I actually was one point trying to make a semi truck complete with complete with a trailer. Oh, I know that'd probably get Roach to want to be on the planet surface.
Raindrops keep falling on my head,
Grady's
but
trying to.
that doesn't mean that my suit won't be turned red. It's not for me, cause
Yeah. There's a setting where you can actually, in the main menu, where you can actually change what color and style your armor is, well, your suit is.
and how exactly do I access that?
We'll discuss
We
that.
need a lot of silver.
Well, I was talking about the main menu version. We'll discuss that after we finish.
Ah.
That way we can. But yeah, as far as the as far as the in the game one, like right now, we need a medic bay. The medical bay has a nice suit customization feature, which allows you to actually customize how your armor looks. Yeah. Found nickel, magnesium, silicon, huh?
Yep.
That's useful. Now,
You can't see anything with this accursed fog.
I can see decent. Not that decent, but still trying to find any iron or cobalt. Two resources we still have yet to try and account for that we can work
You
with.
want to know the funny thing? On my way here, I think I passed cobalt, but completely forgot to mark it.
Well, I found a bunch of silicon, but you've already found silicon over there, so that's...
There's silicon over here, there's silicon under my base, there's magnesium over here, and there's
Ooh, hello.
magnesium under my base. What'd you find?
Mag.
Yeah, I'll check this half of the lake if you want to check that half.
Yeah. I found some mag over here, so I guess that's some useful goodie. So, a little bit of mag. That's... Never underestimate the importance of magnesium. You will need it for making projectiles. Yep. That's a big importance for having a...
You make it for your Sparky boomstick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. That was almost disastrous.
What'd you do now?
I almost flipped.
Oh boy.
And I don't have a gyro on my rover anymore, so...
You broke it?
No, I cut it off by accident and never replaced it. And then I welded something up.
Oh yeah. And the way this game type is set, with the survival enhancement, we get an enhancement when leveling up is achieved. So pretty much we stay alive long enough and we get buffs that will last until we're
slain.
Yeah. Luckily, it's only our own neglect or stupidity or even
Shenaniganry.
animals that can bring about that.
Magnesium,
For right
nickel.
now. At least till we end up seeing hostile NPCs show up. Which most of those will be in space.
When do we venture there?
As soon as we're, well, right now we're trying to get just established. We'll be able to actually go up there, but for one thing we need a huge ton of is hydrogen fuel. Because there are 3 types of propulsion for non-surface vehicles. What I refer to as surface vehicles, like rovers and such. Non-surface are aircraft and spacecraft. I know, Lucario, I get a little lengthy on my explanations sometimes.
No, I just flipped my rover.
Oh no.
Thankfully, I did not turtle.
Yeah, I've had to go and correct it when it's turtled with aircraft. But yeah, non-surface air vehicles are aircraft and spacecraft. There are 3, like I said, 3 types of propulsion. There is atmospheric, which only works in a planet within the atmosphere of a planet, mostly Earth and maybe Perdanam and Triton. Then there's Ion, which only works in the void of space. It does not work with gravity at all, unless you got mods. And then there's the one that those 2 run off of electricity. The third one works in all environments. It is hydrogen. And it's also more powerful than atmospheric and ion thrusters. You just have to worry about keeping the fuel tank filled up. Or fuel tanks.
Your boy just found something.
What'd you find? What'd you find, Lucario?
Hang on.
Okay, some trouble trying to flip your rover.
No.
Got it flipped? Good. Nice. Cobalt geode. Very nice. That'll allow us to go up to some of the more complex blocks, like gyros, the full-on refinery, the full-on assembler, the thrusters, to be able to create aircraft miners. Which can actually go deeper and faster than we can as just peoples in suits.
Okay, now that is making me hungry.
Oh boy. Don't tell me the mushrooms are making you starving over there.
No, my hunger meter is a 46, but I'm looking at a 12-inch skillet Cheddar Bay biscuit chicken pot pie.
Ooh. Sounds delicious. Okay.
If you want to come collect some cobalt for your own base,
Well,
feel
remember,
free.
for the faction base, we just gotta try and get everything up and going. You're just the outpost for the mining outpost. Alright. Yeah. And when you set up your wheels, make sure all of them are set to a respectable strength level. You set them way too high, you run risk of losing stability and flipping, especially with such speed that things go kaboom. Yeah.
Okay, loaded up on
Nice.
cobalt.
Did you set that thing? Is your thing straight up and down, or is it actually curved? Angled for your magnesium power setup. Driving in, it looked like it was. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it looked like it was angled.
Who, my base?
Yeah.
I made it so I don't have to use a jetpack to get down to the magnesium or silicon.
Nice.
In all honesty, that's probably how you should do your mines too. Instead of just straight up and down.
Yeah, I've set mine to be a slope where I could actually walk up and down it. Makes it so much easier.
Hang on, I found a cobalt ore patch. Hang on, let me...
Nice. Oh look, there's a storage depot nearby. Interesting. Making my way up the hill. Found a particularly interesting bush. Oh! Looks like a fruit bush. Yay!
Ooh, I found silver.
Harvesting up some... Found a silicon rock.
Nice. What we're worried about right now, though, is iron.
Yeah, it's the one thing the basic resources we haven't found. Gold we don't have to worry about till later on. We just need a ton of iron. That's what we need. Because that's what we need to build. Got some more fruit, alt, so we'll be able to take care of your farm a little better. Let's see.
Did you say you just needed vegetables?
It's the only thing we haven't been able to find thus far.
Okay, if I find some, I'll let you know.
Yes,
Let's see, magnesium.
yes, found a bunch of mushrooms on the way over here. Fruit, a little bit of grain. Was before setting up the base. Now it's just trying to. Okay, making my way across the plains to try and. Make it to the cobalt. Here we are.
I think I found some grains.
Nice. A whole bunch of trees all over the place. Still find it epic how you can actually go and smack into a tree in this game and it doesn't jack up your vehicle.
Don't say anything, otherwise they'll change that feature.
Well, it's been like that.
Although most of their time is now spent tied up with SE2.
Yeah, and
Trying to get it up and running.
yeah, and before it's even available for Xbox, they're wanting to cut off dedicated servers for SE1. It's kind of sad. Because, like, really? Guys, how many Xbox players are going to be ticked? I know one that's already ticked off, and he's been quite verbal about it. Always knows Roach.
You find iron?
Vegetables!
Shit!
You flipped.
Oh, and I flipped bad.
Yeah. Understood.
Ouch.
How much resources you got in your rover?
Luckily, most of them are in my cockpit.
It's at least some good news. So,
Which is the cobalt. I just lost my oxygen tank, my hydrogen tank, my cargo container that I just built, my antenna, my ore detector.
uh,
You know what, let me just send you a picture
okay,
of what is left.
Yeah, I got more veggies. I had the meat. I got the means by the base. I'd set up a means to give you a lift. That's one. That right there, Alt, is one good use about having
Yeah,
a.
if I had a gyroscope, it wouldn't matter because it would have exploded too.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that's a good thing about having an aircraft for mining operations. Straightforward and simple. So then you could just, yeah, have an easier time controlling it. But you gotta worry about fuel cost while you're trying to search for the resources. It's the one downside.
Uh,
Okay.
that there. Get you out. Ice Lake. Okay, let's see if I can at least make a teeny tiny cargo container on the front of my rover.
Yeah. Oh, I try and make a decent way over to help your situation out. Yeah, I remember the first rover I ever built was a large grid one, and I ended up flipping it twice on mountains. One of them was, I was able to get it flipped over with enough pistons. Still. Okay, I managed to get 2 pieces of vegetables, so that should be enough to start up a decent enough crop. Okay, I'm about a click and a half away from you, Lucaria. As I get closer, I'll be more cautious. These rocky mountains can be a pain.
Well, that's the thing. I was traveling over smooth ground, and all of a sudden I just flipped over the edge of this hill next to me and landed on my front wheels and then flipped further.
Understood. Okay, within half a kilometer from you, reducing speed to cautious. Oh, is that more vegetables or is that more fruit? Fruit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What I might do.
Okay, making my way cautiously.
Of course.
Yeah, 2,500. Just over 100 from you. Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Yep. Do a little ground recon to see. Oh, I see what happened. Really? Were you coming from this direction?
I was coming from up over here. I was
Ouch.
right up here. My wheels caught against something, flipped me, flew me over this cliff,
Inventory full.
landed on my front wheels right around here, and then proceeded to dance on the front till it slammed my ass down over here.
Ouch.
Let's see, do you have any cargo space on your rover?
Might. I've got to hunt through to see what all available. And
Your connector is full.
it looks like we're practically full up on cargo. Let's see, what do I need to... Oh, great, I got economy turned on. I thought I'd shut off the economy on this stupid thing.
Okay.
Oh well, if we run across an actual trade station, that might be useful.
And of course, my phone goes and acts. He goes and starts talking to me. It's like, I did not want to. Hey. Okay, we don't have resources needed to go and
Well,
create new cargo on her right now.
I'm going to quickly sit in your cockpit,
Mm-hmm.
regain some
Hydrogen.
access denied on everything.
Hang on.
Because I can fly myself over to my base, deposit my stuff, and fly back here.
Okay, share with factions been engaged. Get yourself a nice juice up.
Alright.
Now I'll start driving back in the direction of the lake. Making use of the e-brake.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about that much iron now because I got the iron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got the scrap of that rover
Yep.
for now. So, Alt, how's the crops coming? Cuauhtemoc?
Yes.
How are the crops doing?
A few of them have already been planted, but there's at least 6 slots still open.
I know that was the fruit. And like for us, I managed to get 4 more fruit and 3 things of veggies. I'm sure if we could actually split the 10 between the veggies and the fruit. Ooh. A little bit of lag spike. Not fun. Okay. Making the way down the hill as cautiously as I can. These hills can be treacherous in this game. Be surprised how many look just fine and smooth, and the next thing you know, trenches and ditches. And then you're looking at a pain in the neck. Oh, and
Don't I know it?
Yeah, and FYI for people, you get too close to that military barracks in the about a few clicks away, they will start giving you warning. I would not be surprised if they actually send up a hostile response to you. Alright.
I'm gonna refill real quick on hydrogen at your with your rover. Red.
Alright, I've parked about.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm back towards HQ.
Fly to the respawn pod, grab all the rest of the stuff out. I probably won't have enough hydrogen to fly back. I use over 50% each trip.
Give me a sec, I got
Yeah.
a solution for that. I'm gonna get back to base and I'll make you a couple of bottles. The wonderful thing about oxygen and hydrogen bottles, Cuauhtemoc, is they extend how much oxygen and hydrogen you can have on you.
Joy, joys.
Mm-hmm. Quite useful, in truth. Okay, just under a click and a half away from base.
I'm gonna start running back. Eventually, I'll get enough to make a gyro to put on that thing and flip it back over and drive it back home.
I mean, salvage what you can, mate. Salvage what you can.
Well, that's practically a full juiced up battery there, so.
Yeah, that's definitely something to hold on to. Oh, look. A doggo. Well, for all of you out there who worry about running over dogs, don't worry. In this game, apparently, my vehicle could not. Which I find weird, but what can you do?
What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? What can you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, early in the morning. The wolves come hunting for you, soldier. The wolves come hunting for you, soldier. The wolves come hunting for you, soldier, early in the morning. Yay. Some more meat. Okay, drop off the meat. Lots of vegetables in there. Start making some veggie seeds. basic assembler. Let's see. Components.
Achievement unlocked. Lost in space. Spend more than an hour out of sight or other players on the MP server.
Yeah. Nice.
Who'd have thunk?
No, right? There we go. We got 3 vegetable crops growing. Okay. Get enough resources to make 3 bottles of 3 hydrogen bottles. So come on. Oh, that's very useful. The H2O2 generator is not wanting to fill up the bottles.
Will it accept the bottles?
Well, it won't even take them in. That's the problem.
It's full of ice.
No, it's not full of ice. That's the thing. Space. Whoa. And I got pounced on by some dogs. Joy.
I'm now running 2 kilometers to your base.
Still trying to figure out what I can do here. Yeah, I don't even want to try and pull the things over into the H2O2.
Do you have everything piped up properly?
Yeah, everything's piped up. I'm trying to put in this cargo container, and it still doesn't want to try and grab it. Yeah, it might. Okay, looks like you might be onto something there. Yep, it was more full than I anticipated. Okay. Stand by, flying over.
I see you. By the way, we're on Earth like you don't need your helmet visor down.
There you go.
Thank you, good sir.
You're welcome. Make it to where you can actually fill up your tank, and from what I can tell, should be able to make a good chunk of the journey before you need to refill it.
Indeed.
Before the first one needs refilling. make it a little...
Lag spike.
bound to happen when you get this kind of thing.
And I just full on crashed.
Oh boy. The game full on crashed?
Yep.
Not really, just having in place.
No, it's talking the car, yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's make things a little more fun. Alright. As soon as our ad on Twitch is finished, I think we can be at a good spot.
Let me rejoin.
Yep. That'd be a good idea.
You're gonna have to invite me. Oh, never mind.
There you go. Alright.
I'm just joining via friend.
That works.
Noted. And I think we're past the 2-hour time stream.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
waiting for the ad to finish up on Twitch. So yeah, let's see. Yep. Pretty nice. Oh,
Don't tell me it killed me.
hoping it didn't. Oh, that's gonna be a pain.
Because if I have to respawn, that means it deletes the rover. Unless you turned rover respawn off. Okay, it didn't. It just has me hovering here.
That's good. And I got a couple of wolves right on my tail, so. Another good hunt. Alright. Very nice, very nice.
Oh, for poop's sakes.
What now?
Why are you lagging, game?
That I don't have a clue on.
Okay, rover's still there.
Good news. Alright. I hope everyone enjoyed our stream tonight. It went a few minutes longer than we intended, but things end up happening. If you like what you saw, Kick and Twitch, hit that follow. YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Everybody hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Click the link to our Discord so you can hang out with us, give us feedback. Keep up to date on what's going on with the channel. If you want to consider supporting the channel, consider becoming a patron on our Patreon. Some wonderful perks. Even $1 a month will be loads of support to get for the channel.
Trust me, Interstellar was a bit more exciting.
And let's see.
It's a joke. Laugh.
Yeah. Tomorrow night, we round off Sci-Fi Week with Helldivers 2. So,
Violent action.
there'll be loads of good fun there. Yep. And we look forward to seeing you guys there. God bless you. And remember, Umbula Tecum Domini. Walk with the Lord.
That's your cue, Lucario.
Ad Victoriam.
Dormiamos.
Rest
Our
well.
future T-shirts.
Yeah. Rest well, everyone. See you around next time.